Hey guys, I'm Lizzie and this is Lizzie Reads, and I'm going to talk to you today about some of the books I want to reread in 2018. And I'm going to start with a classic. I reread it every year. I always reread Harry Potter. I like to read it on Christmas Day. It makes me very happy. I feel like it's a very Christmassy read. Well, I only ever read The Philosopher's Stone on Christmas Day. Not the whole thing, got other books to be reading. But this year I'm not sure if I'm going to start it or try and finish it on Christmas Day, but we'll see. And then also, I really would like to read Regeneration by Pact. I read it a few years ago for college and I really liked it at the time. And I've got the third one but not the second one, and I want to reread the trilogy. Well, read the first one and continue on with the trilogy. And they're set in just after World War One, and it covers a lot about PTSD, and it has a lot about poetry and other things in there, because it's sort of like a fictional retelling of like Wilfred Owen and Siegfried Sassoon's like past their lives, because they were sort of friends. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm sort of recovering from a cold, so that's why I sound a bit ropey. Also, a book that I loved as a teen, and I always say it's one of my favourite books ever, is The Pact by Jodi Picoult. And it's about a guy, he's going out with this girl, they live next door to each other and they have done for a very long time. Their families are like best friends, and the beginning of the story, he wakes up and his girlfriend has died, and in true Jodi Picoult style, it goes through a court case and there's a mystery and there's a twist at the end. But this was the first adult book that I read that really impacted me, and I'm hoping that I'll still really love it as much as I did at the time. So we'll have to see about that. Another series I want to reread is the Anne of Green Gables series by Montgomery, and these are Canadian children's stories about an orphan, or is she an orphan or is she just, no, a lovely girl called Anne with bright red hair. She's brilliant, her imagination is fantastic, and when I was younger I read most of the stories. I really loved it because it was one of my mum's favourites, and from when she was a kid, she watched it on telly and she loved it, so I got those all out of the library, and I really want to get another series I really want to reread, I keep forgetting to say reread, is the Narnia Chronicles by C.S. Lewis, obviously starting with The Magician's Nephew, which I love. I've read I think I read most of the books when I was younger, but the ones I really really are The Magician's Nephew and The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. And this I loved. I thought it was amazing, and I found it to be so much better than the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. And when they released The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe as a film, I was really angry because they didn't make the first film, and they only did the films with Lucy and everyone. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back into these. As you know, I'm pretty sure most of them are kids' books, but that's mainly why I want to reread them, because I like to reread for comfort. If you haven't already seen my whatever video it is, I don't know already, and I've only got 3, that I talk about the Princess Diaries, I really like to reread for comfort, and sort of as in between books, I like to go back to a reread between books. Another book I really desperately want to get back to is The Time Traveller's Wife. Now this is one of my most well-loved books, you can see there. This is wonderful. It's about, it's told backwards and forwards in time, and this was the first book where I experienced like a story that was told backwards and forwards in time. And I read this at a similar time to reading The Pact, which I loved, and this is, so they've got very similar places in my heart, and it's about a woman and her husband who is a time traveller, and it spans across many years, and it's just wonderful. I really hope that I enjoy it as much as I did then. I'm hoping that because I read it as a teen, I'm not going to have like as critical of an eye on it, because I just really want to just get in and enjoy it as much as I did at the time. For my last book that I want to reread next year, I want to reread a series of unfortunate events. The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket. Now, I say reread because I didn't actually read this. I read like the first 30 pages. I think I must have been about 8 years old. I hated it because it was so sad, and I just didn't read it again. I just stopped reading it. At the time, I was very much into my like fairy and unicorn books, and this was really drastically different, and I just couldn't handle it. So I really want to get back to this series, and I really want to watch the Netflix remake, but I can't watch the Netflix remake if I haven't read it, because I don't want to be spoiled. And I know I've always wanted to go back to it as an adult, and I hope I really enjoy it. It's my one of my friend's like favourite series, so I really want to talk to her about it because she always gets really excited. So that's everything for today. It's quite a bit of a quick video, probably because well, I'm rushing to go home. I've got to leave in about 5 minutes to get back to Hastings for Christmas. So next time you see me, I'll probably be in a different background, hopefully in front of my bookshelves. But I'm not sure sort of when I'll get a chance to film and stuff from being at home. But hopefully I get a good chance at that, and you'll see another video from me soon. Bye, see you later.